What is going on, everybody? It's your boy Leo Rydell here at 1:30 in the morning to review, yes, the latest episode of Star Wars Clone Wars, Season 7, Episode 11, Shattered. And man, let me tell you guys, what an emotional episode. I think most of us knew what was going to happen coming into this episode. We've seen Episode 3, we know about Order 66, but just to experience those events all over again through the lens of Ahsoka is incredible storytelling. Like, the Clone Wars has brought us back to a moment that we're so familiar with, but it feels so fresh because we are seeing it through the lens of Ahsoka. We are feeling the exact moment of the Emperor's, of Anakin's betrayal. It is absolutely upsetting, and it's such a jarring point in the episode that she feels the betrayal of Anakin. We see Sidious commend Order 66. We see it happen firsthand again, but through the lens of Ahsoka, and we're put into this event with her. We see the clones betray Ahsoka, and we know what's happening. The inhibitor chips have been activated, and it's so sad because we're so attached to the 501st, we're so attached to them, and it almost feels like we're stripping them of their humanity. I mean, they are. Let's be real here. Sidious is stripping them of their humanity, and oh my God, it was just such an emotional episode. Maul already knew what was happening. I knew as soon as he started meditating, I already knew that he could feel in the Force that Order 66 was coming. He didn't even need to be there to feel it. He could feel the betrayal as well. He could feel Anakin become Darth Vader the moment he did, and it's just so emotionally powerful and so upsetting. It's such an emotional episode. It is so sad to see the 501st do this because we know how loyal to Ahsoka they are. But even their loyalty, for most of them, was not enough to keep them there. And what I loved about this episode is it really symbolized the relationship between Captain Rex and Ahsoka. Because it really showed us that in the end, Rex decided to side with Ahsoka. I mean, yes, he was having surgery, the inhibitor chip was being removed, but I still think that moment between him and Ahsoka where he repeats "the Force is strong and the Force is with me," when he repeats those lines with her, it is such a powerful emotional moment and connection between those two that I theorize that it wasn't any kind of surgery, but that moment that brought Rex back to the light. Oh my God, what an episode. We get a hell of a cliffhanger at the end. Looks like Maul's tearing down the door. I really couldn't think of who else it could be. I know deep in my mind, I'm like, it would be amazing if it was Anakin. Like, let's be real. If he made one more pit stop before Mustafar, that would be amazing. But I definitely think it's going to be Maul busting through that door. Wow, this episode was so profound. And I gotta admit, this is one hell of a penultimate episode because it leaves us with this amazing cliffhanger at the end, and it takes us through this emotional roller coaster that we've already been through before, but we're there again. It feels refreshing. It feels new. It feels like a new Star Wars event, even though we've been through it again because it's through the lens of Ahsoka. And Season 7 has done that so brilliantly in the last few episodes. They have shown us Episode 3 again, but through the eyes of a character that we did not know was there. It is brilliant storytelling, and honestly, Filoni, round of applause. What a great job he has done on the last few episodes of this season. And I mean, even the second arc was a little weak, but man, he has done such a phenomenal job here and on The Mandalorian. Like, kudos to Dave Filoni. He is crushing it, and I really would love to see these last few episodes put into a movie. Like, let's blend them together, make them a movie, and let's release this in theaters when theaters open back up. I know we're going through the coronavirus, so they're not open now, but once they're back, put this in theaters. I would give up my money in a quick second to see this in theaters because just like the last two episodes, that animation is so crispy and so wonderful and delicious. Oh my goodness. This is Sam Witwer's amazing voice performance in this one shines again. And we get to see a brilliant moment with Maul taking down the clones. I mean, it is just amazing. It's very reminiscent of Darth Vader at the end of Rogue One. Darkness coming down the hallway, unstoppable, cannot be stopped by the likes of the clones, and they're backing up, they're running away, and Maul is tearing through them like they're nothing. It is such a brilliant sequence, and this episode is just so emotional, guys. So I gotta say, be prepared for a really big emotional ride in this episode. Some characters that we've been connected to since the very beginning of Clone Wars are going to do some things very different and very against their character that we never would have seen before. And I would love to hear your theories of the door. I would love to hear what you think about that cliffhanger, because I'm definitely thinking it's Maul, but in the slight chance of someone else like Anakin or Obi-Wan or someone, I think that would be phenomenal. Like, how amazing of a moment would it be for Anakin to show up and to try to convince Ahsoka to be on his side again? The Jedi betrayed us, Ahsoka. They kicked you off the council. They are the bad ones the entire time. I think that would be such a profound emotional moment for both characters, because Anakin has wanted Ahsoka back since the beginning. So maybe it will be some kind of plot he'll try to form with her to take down the Emperor, aka Palpatine right now, / Darth Sidious. But I'm used to saying the Emperor, so don't at me. But what a roller coaster ride, guys. Again, weigh in down in the comments. What do you think is going on in that final sequence? Who's bursting through the door? Is it the clones? Is it Maul? Is it Anakin? Is it Obi-Wan? Is it someone else, guys? Let me know down in the comments who you think is behind that door, and what do you think is in store for the last of Star Wars: The Clone Wars. Guys, this is so surreal. It is the last episode next week, and I cannot believe I'm saying that, but we are here, everyone. We have made it to the end of Season 7. So, guys, again, let me know your thoughts down in the comments, and we will see you next time on Geekly Goods.